All right, guys. Just bringing you a little sneak peek at the new NCAA 14 demo. It's on Xbox Live. It's live as of this week. I think it was Tuesday, maybe a little Wednesday. Just showing a little bit of the changes. I do like how it loads a whole heck of a lot faster. That was one of the big drawbacks to NCAA 13. That's why I like the 2K13 baseball MLB. I mean, like I put the game in, it loads through some of the generic credits or whatever, and then I hit start and it loads up. This game is very quick loading, which I got rid of a whole lot of the animations, which I like. On the screen, it's just showing some of the changes that they've added here recently in this game. Some of them are pretty sweet, man. The hard cuts and the juking and the sprint. The sprint's a little off. It's a little weird to me just because I'm used to always holding the right trigger. Because you always hold the right trigger to gain some speed, dude. It's just how it goes. I really don't care about 30 option types. I don't run the option. The skills trainer can be kind of cool. I'll show a little bit part of that at the end, or towards the end, of how that looks and how that works. But it's like nothing all that great. Yeah, there's the stamina stuff. You can pause it if you want to see something. I do like some of the changes they did make. I'm not really sold on it yet, but I've only played just a little bit of game that I showed here. I was kind of pressed for time. I had a softball game to get to, and I just didn't have, like I said, didn't have the time. I just wanted to showcase some of this stuff for you. The dynasty stuff does sound pretty sweet. Gets a lot of time away from recruiting and more time to playing the game, which is pretty sweet. And now they already added like an RPG element to it for the coaching, like the coaching skills right there you see on the screen, and some other things, which is pretty sweet, man. I'm kind of looking forward to that and seeing how that goes. And whenever this game does come out, it's nice, man. It's a pretty sweet game. It's really smooth. I'll give it that. Like the play in general is just really smooth. It seems slow to me. I don't know if that's just because I had literally just played like a football game earlier. Like I played 2013, then I played a baseball game, and then I did this demo, and it just seemed really slow, like kind of sluggish, but it was pretty neat. Like the spin moves worked really well, the juke moves worked really well, and stuff like that. It wasn't too bad. And I do like how on the loading screen, especially when it gets to a game, it'll actually show like what's going on. Like you can like, go through something. We're gonna do a little of the training things here. I just wanted to do one, see what it was like. I did the tutorial and the training itself, and it's just to use the acceleration just to see what it's like. And of course, Oregon being a top powerhouse, and I just tried to outrun the guy, broke the tackle, so I completed that rep. And then a couple of reps later, I'm actually going to try to use the spin move to see how that works, because I wanted to see, man. I know, especially in 2013, in NCAA 13, it's just, I have a hard time timing the spinning and the juking and all that, hurdling and stiff arm. I just don't get it. But this one's really, really fluid, man. It's like as soon as you hit it, it happens, which is pretty sweet. I do like that. But like I said, some of this stuff just feels slow. Like I rushed my guys to the line. And yeah, look at that spin move. Got him. He like glitched out. That's how bad I got him. He didn't know what was going on. This last one right here, I think I get it for sure. And I do the juke and yeah, sidestepped him out of his shoes. Dude didn't stand a chance. I completed that, and I just move on after this. I want to get to a game. Just going to show a little bit of the offense, the defense. It's pretty much the same. I don't know if I really like the layout per se of some of the parts to it, but for the most part, it's almost the exact same, man. No big deal, nothing different. Just a revamped, looking better game. The game itself, like the AI, was a whole heck of a lot better, considering I was just kind of messing around. I was playing on varsity, and I was taking chances deep, and I was doing all this other stuff just to mess with it, and it was interesting, man. Like they were picking me off, and they were moving the ball downfield, of course. But like this is where you pick your team. I love how that looks, man. It looks really sweet, and this is where you get to pick all your settings. I just left it as it is, and you can do combo moves, like you could juke spin, and it's like, what the heck, dude. It's more in depth than I've ever been in this game. So hopefully I can put some of this into use here. That would be really nice, and actually get it to play like it should be played, and like it's loading right here, and I can go through the team ratings, top players for the home team, and of course it says quarterback number 2, wide receiver number 13, because NCAA regulations don't allow players to make money off of the game. Like they can't put their name on the back of jerseys or anything like that. just in case you didn't know, that's NCAA rules. Players cannot make any money off of jersey sales or anything like that. That's just how it goes, man. They don't want you to do it. So in NCAA, their names are not put in there, just the numbers. So you either have to go in and manually put every player's name in, or do what I do, and that's just auto generate names. I don't really care what their names are most of the time. Like, number 2 for Texas A&M is Johnny Football, man. It's just Heisman winner. Come on, you know who that is. You don't need to rename him. He could be named anything, and you know who that is. Not a big deal. I like the intro right there. It was pretty sweet. I liked how that did it. I don't know if it's per home team. I'm assuming it is. But I really dig that, man. It was really classy, I guess. It just looks sweet. I know after about 5 or 6 times, I'm more than likely be way over it. Absolutely over it. And move on. Yeah, I won the toss and I picked the receive just because I wanted to see what it looked like. And it looks good. I mean, man, like no joke. It looks amazing gameplay wise. And I can break the tackles, and you see my spin, my stamina meter is like underneath my guy, which that's going to take some getting used to, that's for sure, especially since, like I said, I'm used to just holding down the right trigger all day, every day. That's just how I've played since 2000, before probably 2000. Well, at least 2003 is when the Xbox came out. That was before EA was big or Madden was big, at least it was to me. I played one of the other games, I forget what it's called, but it had Peyton Manning on the cover, man, on the original Xbox, original big old brick black Xbox before 360, before the Xbox One or whatever it's called. It was a pretty sweet game, man. I had a blast doing it. And then of course Madden and NCAA. NCAA has always been the game I turn to for football, because Madden's just so much more micromanagement, and I don't really want to deal with that. like recruiting, I don't mind. You lose players out every year, and you got to recruit to build up your team. Whereas Madden, it's whoever's got the highest payroll. Hopefully you can pay the best players to stay on your team. Other than that, you got to get rid of them. I just don't want to deal with that kind of nonsense. So I don't know, if you saw at the very beginning, I got something for the Ultimate Team whenever the game comes out. I don't know if you play the demo, if you get that unlocked. So if you have access to the demo in your region, download it, give it a shot, see what you think about it. Let me know, and at least unlock something for the Ultimate Team if you do get the game, which is pretty sweet. The only bad thing is I don't know if I'll get this for the Xbox One. I am definitely getting an Xbox One. Even with the whole, I know as of today, whenever I'm doing this, they have announced that the DRM issue is no longer, you can trade sell whatever games, and there's no always online connection, which to me personally, that's never been a big issue for me. Like the always online once every 24 hours, maybe that was the only thing I was kind of worried about. But everything else, like my Xbox has priority on my router anyways. Like I give it top priority over everything, over my phone, over my laptop, over my desktop for work. Like it's got priority over everything on my network, and that's just how I like to do it, man. It stays plugged in all the time, and I have a Kinect, and the camera's turned around the other way, and the voice commands are turned off. It's not a big deal to me. Everybody, like one of my brother's friends was arguing about it, and I was like, I'm just not that into it. Granted, PlayStation does have a $100 price point difference, which is better. I'll give them that, and it has better hardware, but everything I want to play and all the people I play with are on Xbox. I've had a PlayStation 3 for like 6 years or so maybe, and it's been played maybe an hour or two, like not a whole lot of time, man. It's in storage right now. I don't use it. I don't need to. I got Xbox where all my friends play, so that's my situation on that. I will be getting an Xbox One, and I will be playing games on that. But just little highlights from the game. Not a whole lot. It's my first series, and like I said, I didn't have time, so I couldn't even finish the game. But let me know what y'all think about it. It looks good. It's a little slow for me, and it animates really well. Sometimes it's a little slow, but like I said, it'll just take time getting used to. But that's gonna be it for this episode, this little sneak peek at the demo. Let me know what you think, and I will see you guys next time.